Howdy, partners. Welcome yourselves into part 9 of Red Dead Redemption with Therapy. Fantastic to meet your acquaintance again. I'm excited for what's to come in this episode. Do leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and all that fun stuff. Thanks for all the kind words on the playthrough so far. I do read all the comments, even if I don't respond to all of them. So, keep leaving them. Subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. Alright. Rock and roll.
Those bands getting more bold, getting closer to the border of town.
We gotta go to the Marshal. So I haven't picked up the flowers yet, just from that guy, so we're gonna go down and talk to old Marshal Johnson and see what's going on.
Hey, come on.
Oh, baby. Cloudy day out here in the Wild West. Wonder what the Marshal's gonna want with us. I'm gonna have to find those other flower patches too, because I do want to see how that all shakes out with that guy. This music's so good. Alright, guess we're not gonna get that plant because there's coyotes around here.
Let's go.
That'd be pretty cool, Skag. Well, this is out a little ways. Oh, shit. Marshal's up there. Was he overlooking the fort? Oh, yeah, he sure is. Here we go.
John?
Marshal. Gentlemen. It's time. We must go.
Why? What's happening?
Seth has managed to get himself inside. But we can't leave it too long, or they will soon realize how very curious he is and remove him from the premises. Or slit his throat and watch him bleed to death. But for a minute, he will delight and amuse them. That's when he'll get us inside.
Okay.
Marshals of the law, when the shooting starts, take that as your cue to start awarding each other medals.
Huh?
I mean, take that as a cue to get inside and clean up the mess.
Oh. All I care about is Williamson. It is vital we stop him.
Agreed. That man is a stone-cold killer.
Williamson's a proud fool. The question is which will win out between his pride and his instinct for survival.
Mutually exclusive? Oh, baby. Here we go. Oh, this is good
Ensconce
shit.
yourself in the back of my wagon, John, so that we can make our grand entrance.
Ensconcers. Oh, ensconce is such a good word.
Come on, let's go.
All right, good. Now just stay put till I tell you otherwise. That scoundrel Seth had better not let us down. Once we're inside and I've lulled our adversaries into a false sense of security with some beguiling sales patter, I will give you the signal.
What signal?
The moment you hear a sharp rap on the side of the wagon, rise like the phoenix and start shooting like you've never shot before. This is it, my dear boy. The moment of truth. Me and you, John. One last time into the breach. This is going to have to be the performance of my life. I hope my nerves don't get the better of me. I'll be honest with you, John, I'm a little jittery. John? John?
It reeks of miracles back here.
Thank God. Now be ready with that machine gun, my dear boy. I'll be a sitting duck in there.
Okay. I actually have to give Nigel some credit here. When you are anxious, you should acknowledge it. It's okay. Anxiety needs validation. The presence of nervousness, which is just a form of anxiety, is perfectly reasonable at a time like this. There's a lot of unknowns. There's mass import. When we talk about how to work with and manage anxiety more effectively, people often think that that means anxiety needs to go away, and that is not how it works. It's how do you respond to anxiety effectively? Well, in order to respond to anxiety effectively, you have to first acknowledge that it's there, and in what quantity is it there? And so Nigel's saying, you know, I got to be honest with you, John, I'm nervous about this, is a good thing, because it means that he knows what he's working with. Now, when he spins off into, so this kind of, what if I don't do the pitch correctly? That's not very helpful. Instead, what you want to focus, you won't know how the pitch goes until you do the pitch. So instead, what you want to focus on is what you can control. So I'm anxious. That's okay. I'm going to rehearse what I'm going to say. I'm going to think through the aspects of this that I can control. But managing anxiety effectively doesn't mean it goes away or that you don't acknowledge it. So many people think they're supposed to just find a way to ignore it or suppress it. Not it. It's you learn to work with it rather than against it. Ho 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 ho.
Hey there! Come on in! Come on in! Welcome to my humble abode! Come on! Yeah!
Greetings, my good men. What would you say if I said immortality was at hand? What would you say if I told you I could teach you to fly? What would you say if I told you I could turn a man into a beautiful woman? Impossible, yes, once, but no more. Gentlemen, I bring you wisdom from the East. I have here in this wagon some of the finest goods, the best medicines, and the newest inventions available for you and your families. Exotic trinkets from the far reaches of the earth, elixirs that give vigor and strength. And for you men of physical skill and athletic physique, this miraculous elixir can keep the muscles supple and relax the cords. It loosens the joints and gives a feeling of vigor and freshness to the whole system. Why, some men have reported to me that after drinking it for 1 month, they can chew through steel.
What the hell? It's a trap!
Open fire, John.
Follow me!
Give him hell!
That's him. This was a mistake!
I love how these guys just run right out into machine gun fire.
How many are there?
Fucking dang pig! Them cocksucking son of bitches escaped the other side of the fort.
All right, let's go.
All right, boys, let's finish this. On the goddamn law.
Oh shit, I am
I
low.
think my work here is done.
Of course he's out of here, yep. That makes sense. Honestly, he would have been a liability, so I'm not even upset about it.
Are you having fun yet?
Move forward.
Excuse me, Seth. Wait, what? God. Classic Rockstar design. A deputy has died due to circumstances beyond your control.
I think my work here is done. Godspeed. I bid you farewell. Go home, buddy.
Keep moving.
Well, this sure is pleasant.
God damn it, Marshall, you took my spot. Don't know why you have TNT up there, but...
See right there!
Let's go, Marston.
That's the last of them. We still can't find Williamson anywhere.
Hey, it's the snake oil guy. Gentlemen, let me in, for goodness sake.
That fool must be hiding.
Men, it is time to start tearing this place apart and find out where he's cowering!
A sense of urgency here, please.
Open the gate. It's the snake oil guy.
Get the goddamn gate open and lock it behind him!
Oh, we've got company, gentlemen. These scoundrels have got reinforcements riding this way.
Oh, my good Lord above. There must be 100 of them. Things are about to get really messy.
Oh boy. There you go, John. I'm so sorry, horses. This is so outrageous. Way too many horses were harmed in the making of this film. Jesus.
Bill ain't here. We looked everywhere.
Hold on! Oh, darn, I missed it. Mr. Marston, we got a live one. He says, Bill's already run off to Mexico yesterday morning.
You'll never get him. Javier Escuela. He's gone to see Javier Escuela. That should make things interesting. Where in Mexico?
How should I know?
Oh! Where in Mexico, you little shit?
Someplace near Chuparosa, I think he said. That's bandit country.
Chupa-feckin'-rosa? Well, I'll take you there, John. I'm real popular down there. You just meet me at the ferry. I've got lots of friends down south.
I'll see you at the ferry, Irish.
I'll just get me things.
I'm sorry about this, John. I guess you'll be heading to Mexico?
So it would seem. How is it down there?
Wonderful. A sweet, peace-loving people with the love of social justice. May you always find coin in your pocket. It's been a pleasure spending time with you, boy.
You too, Mr. West Dickens. Marshal?
All right, boys. That's enough.
Just like that. Javier Escuela. That's Spanish for school. Don't mind these guys.
Get it up! Oh, shit!
Someone might as well have this.
Yeah, why not? Why shouldn't we enjoy the fruits of our labor? Alright.
Go!
Yeah. See, missions like that, to me, are ones that show a bit of the game's datedness. You know, it's like, there's not a lot of complication to it. It's enjoyable enough, but it's not, like, complicated by anything. You know, alright, just fire the machine gun at everybody as they run at you in waves. It feels very 2010.
Whoa!
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
But going down to Mexico. Across the Rio Grande. Big river. In the rain, apparently.
Come on!
No, I have never been to Mexico in real life. No.
Let's go!
I just killed an armadillo. Feel kind of bad about it. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you for the raid.
Come on! Come on!
But we're taking these on the back roads here. Is that Mexico over there? The other side of the river? It most certainly probably is. Like what I did there. Most certainly probably is. We're basically in San Diego. I think we're like on the Texas-Mexico border. So probably more like in El Paso. I always say that because we're in New Austin, so. Yeah, some Arizona vibes, for sure. Alright.
Where the hell is everyone?
Off to Mexico. Oh, Nigel's still there.
Yes, well, that's what makes you such an interesting fellow, Mr. Irish. Ah, Mr. Marston, I've come to wish you well. How are you, sir?
I'm okay.
It seems that our friend Mr. Irish here is well connected south of the border.
Oh, it's true. They love me down there. It's like a second home. I've got more friends than you could shake a stick at, should you so desire.
So you know the way?
Oh, it's easy. We just get on me raft here and let the current sweep us away to paradise.
You know the way. You can see Mexico across the river. I mean, I get that, like, he can help you navigate to where you need to go, but it's like, Mexico's right there. Right there.
Come on then, Dovey.
I'm not sure your idea of paradise and mine are quite the same, Irish.
Relax. We'll have a great time and we'll find your man Williamson, no bother.
I hope so.
Hey, come on now. Look at it this way. I know we ain't exactly old pals, but, you know, have I ever done you wrong?
No, but not through lack of trying.
Hey!
You boys have fun down there. I shall miss you, John Marston.
Thank you. Where are you headed?
Oh, me? London or Paris or maybe Peking. I'm a traveling man, sir. This land is much too small for the likes of me.
Well, try not to get yourself killed.
Oh, well, yes, we men of science are not a very loved bunch in this land of myth and superstition. I'm off to the civilized world where men like myself are revered and given medals. Ha!
Have fun.
The same to you, sir. The same to you.
Nice of you to turn up for once, Irish.
What do you mean?
In usual fashion, you conveniently missed all the action at Fort Mercer.
What can I say? I woke up with me head in a pair of pits, and it felt ill-mannered not to get reacquainted with you.
At least you got your priorities straight.
You know me, Johnny boy. I'll be late to me own funeral. They say God invented whiskey to stop the ice from ruling the world. Look out, bandits!
Cut the
Oh,
rope,
shit.
Irish. We're sitting ducks here.
By the love of God! Bloody Nara!
Oh, thanks for letting me know. Boy, this is...
You're a sorry bunch of wannabes!
Mexican Border Patrol is doing the Lord's work here. Feels like an important thing to actually mention here. Because a lot of this is a matter of context and perspective in terms of how you might process this. And I'm not talking about this to make any sort of political statement, although I can't really avoid it. Because when you talk about border crossings and stuff, these things are politicized. Notice how we immediately make the assumption that these are bandits. If your general orientation to this is, why so hostile? We're not doing anything wrong. Why wouldn't you just like let us in? Be cool. Let's talk. If it was reversed, would we say the same thing? John Marston is a cold-blooded killer. He's a mass murderer. Irish has some kind of reputation in Mexico. We call these people border patrol, or we call these people bandits. They very well could be border patrol. Like, who's the ideal party is a matter of perspective here. If I'm the fine folks of Mexico, I don't want the likes of John Marston and Irish coming into my country. I'm going to try to protect it. We're getting invaded up the wazoo, and people are stealing our land all over the place. And these assholes are going to come over here and expect that they're just going to get like free entry. Like if you're a person that's like, hey, you know, we got to make sure we secure our borders because you never know what kind of riffraff is going to come through here. That's what they're doing. Who could blame them? My point here being more that we have a tendency to sort of like lock people and ideas into boxes about what's right or wrong or who's the party that's more ideal than the other. And we tend to use our own inductive reasoning to make sense of why people are doing the things they're doing. Now, maybe these are bandits. But the sense of entitlement that people, particularly Americans, tend to have about how we should just be allowed to occupy whatever space we want. I should be able to travel where I want and I do, you know, whatever. Like, why so hostile? Why does there this? Like, Americans tend to have a pretty heavy sense of entitlement around that. These people don't want us here. I can't say I blame them. I can't say that I'm going to sit here and say that John deserves to just waltz right onto the beach and be welcomed with open arms. So it's not good when we make all these snap kind of judgments because it's devoid of context. It's devoid of us having any kind of meaningful, larger scale conversations about the relationship between the folks of the U.S. and Mexico, when the U.S. have been complete douchebag to people as they've been pushing through manifest destiny. Let's take this land. We're entitled to it. Get out of here. Go cross the river. Go over there. But also, if we want to come over there and do some business, you should be fine with it. So, you know, these things are foundational to the American culture. But this is a really interesting moment here as we cross the river and are met with abject hostility. And I'm like not exactly doing our relations any favors by like we're on this boat just absolutely decimating their forces on the beach. Like, my goodness. See, right there. Not the reception I was expecting.
What the hell did you do to these fellas?
Now that said, blow my nose real quick. Irish is also kind of He's not doing himself any favors from a goodwill standpoint. Him being like, hey, I'll take you over there, and not giving us any kind of heads up. Like, hey, I'm not well liked over there. I caused some problems. We may have a hostile opening. John's general hostility towards Irish is becoming something I can empathize with much more heavily. Irish has a tendency to leave out important details that are directly related to John's survival, which is a part of a person's profile that really should give you orange to red flags. If you know somebody who tends to do this, where they'll give you the highlights and give you the generalization, but then they leave out fancy details until you're actually at a point of no return, and then you're stuck when they knew that they were potentially putting you in a compromised position by withholding information at the outset, that is not the kind of person you want to be hanging out with. And if you're the type of person that does that because you have a degree of anxiety that if you tell people the truth about a circumstance you're bringing them into, that they may say no, one, you already possess some level of insight that what you're doing potentially compromises that person, and two, you're stripping them of their autonomy to make a decision that's right for them, which is inherently not cool. So Irish offering this, we could blame John. We could say, well, John should have vetted this better. John should have done his research. John didn't have to trust Irish. That's certainly true. Also, Irish doesn't have to withhold this information when he makes this offer. There's a dance that the two of them are doing around this. Now, I will say that there's a chance that because Irish has been threatened by John so many times, he may be afraid to give that information to John, which is also a problem. So the two of them are engaged in this really awful recursive process with each other. And it's leading to terrible situations like this. It makes for good video games, makes for terrible situations in real life that you really should avoid if you can.
Friends have nearly got me killed. I thought you said they loved you over here.
Turn stone into butter, they would. The Mexicans know how to make a bottle of liquor, too. Oh, you're gonna have some fun.
I'm just here for Bill Williamson.
Well, I'm glad to be back. This place is a wild devil's paradise.
Apart from the fellers trying to kill you.
Down here, they call me El Rato, the cat. On
Nope.
account of me stealth and cunning.
I'm pretty sure Rato means rat, my friend. I like it, though. A little more inventive than Irish.
Well, you Americans never were very creative with your use of language, was you, John Marston?
These guys were ready for us. My
I haven't
goodness.
stepped foot in this country, and they're already trying to kill me. I chose a bad spot.
Oh my god. No, please tell me I didn't die. Oh man. John, get up. Oh my god. You can hit headshots from a mile away. Can't hit that. This is crazy.
You tell me. You must have been called it a few times.
This is quite excessive.
So much for your damn connections, Irish. It's just me and you, partner.
Oh my god. Irish, I'm very hurt. This part must suck on hardcore.
I doubt you'll remember any of it, Irish.
We made it! Hey? We're getting out of that floating death trap.
That was crazy.
Oh, these horses look fresher and healthy.
Before you degrade these poor fools any further, tell me where I'm headed.
Of course, of course. Let me think.
You do know people down here, aside from your friends who welcomed us on the way.
Yes, I think so. I was real drunk last time I was here, John. You know how it is. I met an American guy, saw him shoot a man, drank with him in the village of Chuparosa. Funny guy. Or was that Canada? No, that was Canada. Guy here, not funny, but he's real nice. Failing that, you could try the provincial governor, Colonel something or other, some Spanish name. He's based out of Escalera. Played three-card stud with him. Or was it four-card Monty? I forget. He was a real nice chap. Or maybe he was a real bastard. He was real drunk.
He's a
last
mess,
time,
man.
John.
Well, thanks a lot for your help. Oh, let me guess. You gotta be on your way.
The famed hospitality isn't what it once was, and I've never been known to overstay me welcome. So off I go to greener pastures. Good luck, John. You're an angry and a fat, ugly man, but not a bad one.
Oh boy. Get some water for this. Also, I apologize for eating, but I'm starving.
Step in front of a runaway train.
Oh, man. I love Jose Gonzalez so much. I don't know that I can listen to this, though. I don't want to get DMCA'd. Oh. It's so good. I don't want to get demonetized. I'm sorry. Sucks. I love Jose Gonzalez. Big fan of Junip, if anybody is familiar. Landon Ricketts de Santa. Go hit Landon up. The guitar was perfection, man. Such a good moment. Ah, sucks. What a beautiful little vista here. The river. Oh, God. Honestly, if I could pick any side, play the mighty Rio Grande by This Will Destroy You. If you like the music that's playing now, I realize it's no Jose Gonzalez, but if you do like it, probably be a good time for me to tell you, if you're watching this, that I also make music. Check it out on Spotify. Just look for DrMick. Check out my merch store. You can purchase albums there. I'm not doing this to promo my own music. I'm doing this to avoid getting demonetized, but all my music is basically this vibe. The topography here is gorgeous. What's going on with that horse? It is quite emaciated. Alright. Sorry, Jose. Thanks for your beautiful music. Wish I could have listened to it. Alright.
Let's go. Yeah.
I wonder if you can pick up a newspaper out here that's like totally in Spanish. Love the colors. Ugh. Estación de Chuparosa. I like the vibe change with the music too, it's great.
Les digo, de aquí para acá, chingan a su madre. Y que no cae ese güey. Y de aquí para acá, son pendejos.
¡Hey, gringo! ¿Hablas español?
No, sir. Pardon, pero yo habla un solo poquito español. ¿Habla English?
Oh, sí, gringo. Hablo mucho inglés.
Sí.
Hablo filthy fucking bean eater. Hablo slippery little Mexican. Hablo little piece of shit. ¿Comprende, amigo? ¿Comprende? Hey, what are you doing here, gringo? I don't remember inviting you to my country.
I don't think you did, amigo. I mean you no harm.
You mean us no harm? This is funny. What harm could you do to us exactly?
Nothing, amigo. Now, I appreciate the welcome committee, but I'd hate to spoil a beautiful afternoon on such beautiful land with any further unpleasantries. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hold it, Gringo. I think you're forgetting something. A little taxation. I have a large family. Very big.
I too have a family friend. So that we may see our families again, I suggest we part ways amicably.
Can I see the boots, Gringo?
I think you can see him from where you're standing just fine, senor.
Take off the boots, Americano.
As you wish.
Ooh. Butters, you never shoot a man in the dick.
Oh, very good. Very good indeed, sir. What a great way to improve border relations. An illiterate farmer crossing the river, coming into their civilization and butchering the local peasants. Thank you very much, sir.
Don't mention it, old man.
You kill peasants, you become a peasant.
I never aspired to be anything more.
A socialist, huh? No wonder you left America.
I'm many things. Most of them bad. But a man of political principles? No.
And then I fear Mexico may not be for you, sir.
Don't you worry about me.
Oh, but I do worry. An angry man a long way from home, a man who handles a gun as sloppy as you.
I can handle a gun okay, partner.
Yeah, as long as you're killing quail or peasants. But if you have to face another man, you don't stand a chance.
And you do?
Can show you a few tricks. Come with me.
Hold on. What's your name?
That doesn't matter anymore. And you?
I never had a name, mister. I was raised in an orphanage.
A real American, huh? Wonderful. Just wonderful. Well, you won't make it in the circus, but you can shoot. Keep on practicing.
Thank you, old man.
Now, who are you?
No one interesting. Who are you?
Landon Ricketts. Not a name that means much anymore.
Means a little. You were famous when I was a boy.
Yeah, killing men's a strange kind of fame. I was the fastest in my time. I must have been. I'm the only one left.
What are you doing here?
Living quietly. Waiting.
For what?
I don't know. And you?
I'm looking for a couple of men. Bill Williamson, Javier Escuela. Escuela's from here.
It could be. This whole place is teeming with Americans on the run. Mercenaries, locals hell-bent on revolution.
Revolution? Another one?
Yeah. Never really ends. This whole place has been a hotbed for revolution since before the Spanish left. Now there's another local guy running around promising the peasants their freedom. Just like the last 2 or 3. Local government, foul bunch. Colonel Allende, he runs this place like a feudal king.
This is a pretty cool sequence of events here with meeting old Mr. Ricketts. I've been eating, but I've been trying to take my time on watching them develop rather than snap to this, because they're in quite the precarious spot for trust. I always find it interesting how like humans as animals comes up a lot when you first meet people that you're unfamiliar with. Have you ever introduced like 2 cats that have never met before? You watch that play out. It's always really fascinating. They like sniff each other. They look at each other funny. They're sort of like laser focused, watching for little things that might indicate the intentions, because you don't know. You sit in some level of anxiety. You don't know how to anticipate it. You don't have patterned behavior where your brain says, okay, I can anticipate a bit about what this person's about. It's a completely novel experience with somebody that you don't know their capabilities, you can't read their mind, all of it. And so, like 2 cats who sit there trying to figure out who's gonna own this territory, and can I trust you, and are you safe? Humans do it too. Sometimes in very overt ways, like in this conversation, sometimes in more subtle ways. But they're feeling each other out. Like, you're an American. You're an American. We're in Mexico. You've been in Mexico for a while. You just got here. I don't know anything about you. I don't know anything about you. And they don't just immediately come out with it. Because immediately showing your cards, particularly at a time like this, is vulnerable. He knows what he's about. He knows why he's here. He sees any weakness. Now you get a one-up position on this person. And at a time where people will shoot you regardless of whether they like you or not, you don't know what's likely to get a guy to reach and pull his gun. So as they're posturing and feeling each other out, they're trying to see if they have some degree of commonality that they can connect with, where, like 2 cats that determine that the other one's safe, they roll down and show their bellies. That's what they're doing here. They just rolled and showed their bellies to each other. So now we've got names. Now we're starting to open up. Now we're feeling each other out. But this is a normative part of social engagement. In fact, it can be somewhat off-putting for people if somebody comes in with really no filter, where people just immediately act super comfortable with you. For many, that can be off-putting because it feels like a violation of that initial survival instinct in an engagement. Or like, I gotta feel you out. I have to know what I'm working with. We don't often consciously think about how reliant we are upon our autopilot when we are around people that are familiar to us. But that's what our brain wants. And when it registers unknowns, particularly with other humans, it registers possible risk, and you get into this weird space. Very important to depersonalize that. There are many people that in this process will get all up in their own bullshit get into their insecurities, their projections, all this stuff. They'll fill in the gaps of this posturing moment with a bunch of stuff where you make assumptions about what that other person is seeing in you, and you actually don't really do yourself any kind of service by doing it. Actually quite important that in that moment you look at it for what it is, which is we're just feeling each other out. What do I want to look for? What's something that I need to see in order to know whether this person's safe? How comfortable am I disclosing the things that I want to disclose? Do I want to take the lead on that? Do I want to wait for them to take the lead on that? Where am I at with this? If you take it personal and make it about you in a way that it isn't, you're starting yourself off on the wrong foot. So it's kind of cool to watch two people who have spent their lives feeling this moment out find this connection and now start to disclose with each other.
He's an awful individual.
Is that so?
Yeah. Until someone puts a bullet in his head. Come on, let's get back to it. You gotta keep that back straight. Otherwise it makes the gun jump.
See if this Schofield makes a difference. Now that's a real gun.
Enter Deadeye. I forget how to do this. Oh, right.
Now that wasn't so hard, was it? Follow me. We're gonna try something a little more challenging.
You gotta love that dude's fearless.
You're always raising hell. Scavenging and scaring the life out of the locals. I say we put your newfound skills to the test while doing a public service for the good people of Chuparosa.
Oh, the vultures.
Here we'll do. I'm gonna scare up some birds. Let's see if you can take down more than one at a time.
Oh, shit.
Nicely done, sir. You've been taught well. I'd have to say I'm surprised you heard of Landon Ricketts. I would have thought an old goat like me would have been long forgotten by now.
I heard many a story when I was a boy. Still do sometimes.
What, these days? I find that hard to believe. What do people say?
Now, this is also a bit of an interesting thing, though, that John already has a degree of familiarity with Ricketts. And this is something that I actually think is pretty relevant even, I mean, today. It's been relevant for a long time, but in the era of significant parasocial relationships, of which I partake by being somebody who creates content on the internet in the way that I do, having familiarity with a person before you come across them can lead to a disarming built on assumptions that you have about a person that may not actually be particularly safe to do. There are certain groups of people where what I just said is far more relevant than others, and you know who you are. If you're one of them, like, you can't always just make the assumption of safety on people, and there are people who prey on that. There are people who create a particular way of showing up in the public eye, who represent themselves in a particular way, and it will disarm people. And the worst of the worst in those groups will use that to their advantage in a way that's detrimental to those people. If Landon Ricketts is like a manipulative ass who's very dangerous, John being disarmed with his loose familiarity with who he is because he idolized him as a boy is something he could very easily take advantage of. It's also something that John really should be aware of. Just because I know who this guy is doesn't mean I know who this guy is. So there's this dance that you have to do with familiarity where, like, people will make, when people meet me in person that maybe knew me in the streaming sphere, people will make certain assumptions that about me. I may make certain assumptions about you. There can be certain assumptions of, I'm not saying I'm an unsafe person. I like to believe I'm a very safe person. But, like, you don't know that. Right? So, like, being mindful of the way that representation and familiarity influences the benefit of the doubt that we can give to people that may or may not actually be in our best interest is a sophisticated point of, or part of social interaction that we all would do well to be more mindful of. Not to the point of overanalyzation and anxiety, but to a point where you can be realistic about your engagement. We could be led into a trap right now because John lets his guard down because he knows who this is. In the same way that maybe Landon lets his guard down because John has expressed familiarity with them and he has a certain schema about what fans of him are. I mean, there's a lot of layers to this. This isn't just a simple, oh, John meets Landon, they become bros, they do things together. Like, there's a lot of shit happening right now, particularly in the context that they're... So... You don't want to make a binary assumption that somebody off the bat is safe or dangerous, but sort of entertaining the middle space of I have to feel this out is something that is good to do. And controlling what you can control in that space is important. This is one of those things where there's not anything that you necessarily have to do differently in this type of space. It's more about being aware of how these things play out so you can have a more sophisticated understanding of your interaction.
Oh, you know how them conversations go. Fellers arguing over who's the toughest, who's the fastest, and who shot people in the back.
I'd place good money on me still being the fastest.
Is that so, old man?
I spent my life proving people wrong, partner.
Senor Ricketts! Senor Ricketts! Senor Ricketts! Por favor, senor. Our bank wagon's under attack just outside of town. We need your help again.
Whoa, slow down, Ramon. We'll take care of it.
Thank you, senor. Again, you are the savior of this town.
Well, my friend, are you ready to take a less theoretical exam?
Sure. I don't think I ever rode with no savior before.
Come on, these people...
Sort of begs the question, though, what are you doing down here? You're this renowned gunslinger. Maybe he's down here because he just likes Mexico more. That's fine. But, you know, Mr. Landon Ricketts, public figure, renowned for your gunslinging. Why are you in a little town in Mexico? Is it because you like the idea of being a savior and all these people rely on you and you've put yourself in a position where people idolize you and that's where you get all your energy? Maybe. That's what he likes to surround himself by. These are the things that I think about while I'm watching people, like when I meet somebody like this for the first time. It's like you try to put the pieces together. No, I don't profile everybody I meet in my real life, but when we're talking about analysis and kind of feeling these characters out, like these, you know, you don't just look at the immediate thing in front of you. You look at the context. What do you know about this person? How does it match with where they are, et cetera, et cetera? Like, it's kind of interesting to me. Like, what are you doing down here? Are you dangerous? Are you in danger? Are you here because you want to be? Are you here because you have to be? What's the story? Not going to ask him that necessarily right away, but we file this away and go, let's look for other things that might give us a bigger picture.
People need me. Whoa there.
And I agree, Rockstar does a great job with Show Don't Tell, for sure.
Let's go.
It does make this better for me instead of just spoon feeding you who he is or what he's about.
It's a long story. We used to ride together. We was all friends once.
Only a buzzard feeds on his friends. There must be a high bounty on their heads.
What would you do if somebody took the people you love and told you they'd die if you didn't do as they asked?
I'd show them what a big mistake they'd made. There they are. Follow me.
Bandits have a hostage. Keep your distance and use Deadeye to take out the captor. I will say, I don't love the forced use of Deadeye.
What the hell? Get knife. No way. You're getting it now, Marston.
Anybody else?
Gracias a Dios. Me salvaron la vida.
You say the savior of my life? That's me. Escort the wagon to Chuparosa. Holy shit, alright. Jeez, let's go. Yeah! Hey, look, my horse somehow made it across the river.
much for this quiet life of yours, Mr. Ricketts.
I didn't say I'd become a coward. I'm not gonna stand by and watch good people suffer. They've been beaten down for too long. I give them some hope.
They don't know how lucky they are.
Damn right they don't, my sarcastic little apprentice.
Sano y salvo. Nunca podré agradecer lo suficiente.
Buy me a whiskey later, and we'll call things about even.
You are an upstanding knight in the bleak western wilderness. Law and eyewitnesses only report crimes after the first murder is committed. Okay. Alright, what we got going on here? Let's get a little lay of the land here. El Banco.
Stay close to the perro and his entrenador. Any problemas? Call me. Stay close to the dog, amigo.
Search the area with the dog for disturbance. Alright. Go, El Perro. Perro Blanca y Negro. Refresh my Spanish from back in the day. Whoa! Amigos! What's going on here? Boop. 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 Boop.
Who else wants some?
Jesus, I guess we just kill everybody?
Things I do for money.
God damn. Like, the only form of justice we got. Kill. Break up the fight and capture the criminals.
Ain't this fun?
¿Pero qué hacen? ¡Qué lástima!
Okay. I'm gonna die. Outrageous. Boy, night watches are it's quite the job.
My apologies, mister.
Bring out your dad. Bandito outfit menu entry added. Bandito outfit. Love to wear a bandito outfit. Pero bueno.
Muchas gracias.
De nada, señor. Alright, you're welcome. You're welcome. Cool little town we're in. Mercado del Sol. Market of the Sun. Help Marcos Pichardo? What's up, man? What's going on?
Bigote amarillo. I don't wish to bother you, pero I was just robado.
Capture the thief. Alright. I got you, homie. Let's go.
Come on.
Let's wrangle him up.
Now keep quiet. You're coming with me, friend.
Alright, you go. Turn the hogtied criminal to the shopkeeper. Alright, I'm gonna carry you across town, my man.
Now come on.
Vamos, suéltame ya.
Don't mind me.
¿Qué pasó?
really do run slow with these guys. Somebody order 145 pounds of pure upper body strength. Engage that core, John. Engage it. This is part of your training. Gone down to Mexico to become a better man. Physically and mentally.
Here you go. Do what you want with it.
Ándale, you even brought the ladrón. Gracias. I will handle him.
Damn. Alright, 27 bucks. What do you got for me, man? I'd like to keep your shop open late. Talk to the doctor. El Doctor.
When, mister?
Horse pills. What do these do? Temporarily gives your horse more stamina. Okay. Moonshine. Refills the Deadeye meter.
Thank you.
Hasta pronto.
Alright, what do we got? Some poker. We got over here some. We got blackjack over here. What you got to drink over here?
Hombre, bienvenido a mi cantina.
What you got? $2. I guess the whiskey is import, isn't it? Sorry about the tariffs, amigo. It's out of control up there.
Muchas muchachas se enamoran con Abraham Reyes.
Muy interesante. Gracias, amigos. Mr. Marston, how the devil are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Mr. Ricketts?
I'm good. I'm glad you're here because these men were just telling me about Mr. Escuela.
Javier Escuela?
Emilio, let me ask you something. His nombre is Javier Señor Escuela? Is Javier to see?
No sé, señor.
He doesn't know.
I got that bit. Ask him, was he about 5'8"? Mustache? Did he have an American in tow? A big American?
Emilio, the Stabacone, Grande Americano?
Yo no sé.
No. Again, I got that.
Rockstar is the best. I love John's exasperation there so much. I can't. Oh, it's so good.
They do have his sister. Emilio's, I mean. She's a fine young woman, a teacher, a human being, not the clothed vermin so many people seem to have turned into.
Tell him I'm sorry.
When a man's family is involved, you need a little more enthusiasm than mere apologies.
I have enough worries, sir. This man's problems pain me, but they're not quite my own.
Those who sit on the fence make a choice in their own way. Don't you think, Mr. Marston?
They do.
Of course. And what about you, Ricketts? A man living in the past? A man who ran away from home? What choice did you make?
I'll tell you what choice I made. I'm a fighter, sir, and I'll fight to the end. I think we should get going.
John, I don't really think it's your place to cast judgment on him, bud. I'm gonna reel it in a little bit there.
You can take the train with me or ride yourself. Makes no odds to me.
Oh. Company Ricketts on the train or ride to El Matadero. Oh, I'm taking the train. Are you kidding me?
I've been hearing some things about you, John Marston.
Really?
That perhaps you're more in need of my help than I thought.
Is that so?
That some recent encounters with this Bill Williamson fella haven't gone exactly in your favor.
Funny how everyone seems to know my business, but nothing about the men I'm looking for.
It isn't easy getting the locals to talk.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm surprised words traveled that fast. It's pretty wild. All right, hop on. Take a seat. Indeed.
It's the only way to travel, so they keep telling me. We'll get off at Casa Madrugada and ride from there.
Sounds good to me. So wonderfully cinematic. Before I skip to my destination, I just want to say how much I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you very much for taking the time to engage with this playthrough and hang out with me and care about what I have to say about the stuff that's going on in a game that's been out for 15 years. Lovely to have you, whether you watch these live or whether you watch them far into the future or as they come out. I salute thee.
You rest. Don't worry about me. I'm too old for sleep. Come on, horses are over here.
I like that my horse is faster than a locomotive. Superman of horses. Where are we? Oh wow, that took us quite a ways away.
Go! All right, let's head to El Matadero and see what they know about Luisa. We need to find a man called Carlos. I was told he could help us. We'll ask around when we get there. But we don't want to draw attention. See if you can keep your gun holstered for once.
You're the hero around here, Mr. Ricketts, not me. What does the army want with this Luisa girl anyway?
She's a rebel, and apparently close to their leader, Reyes. She's a pretty young thing. That's normally reason enough for Allende.
So I've heard.
She's a good woman, a teacher. If they lay a finger on her, I swear I'll feed those bastards their balls.
I'm sure they did this on purpose. They kind of give him like an American accent or whatever, but in Spanish, two L's next to each other do not have the L sound like what you would have in English. So, like, if you have E-L-L-A, it wouldn't be Ella, it's Ella. Ella. Yeah, like that. So, Allende, there's two L's. It's not Allende, Allende. So, for anybody who doesn't know that, it's a fun little fact. But, like, if you ever are engaging with Spanish in some way and you see those two L's together, a lot of people who speak English natively will try to pronounce those L's, because in English you don't really have that, you know, the double L sound there. You just pronounce it like a single L. But it's a nice little touch in terms of like making him like an Americanism there. Yeah, like instead of tortilla, you'd say tortilla. That's a great example, because people will say tortilla and because that's what they're just kind of used to. But that's a perfect example. Anyway.
Here we are.
He's still not fully integrated language-wise. I'm actually surprised that he's... I mean, not that you learn it... Not that you learn language easily, especially in old age, but...
Carlos.
See?
We're here for Luisa. She's still being held up in the caves?
Yes. She's still up there. Who's the cowboy?
We're here to help.
Muy bien. I can distract the guards. You and the gringo can get inside.
Let's do it.
I will keep them talking, senor. The rest I will leave to you.
All right, let's find Luisa.
tal? ¿Qué quieres? No puedes estar aquí.
What do you want? You're not allowed here.
Bien bochornoso, ¿verdad? No lo voy a decir otra vez. ¡No puedes estar aquí! Oye, soy yo, Carlos. Pues trabajo en el matadero.
No me importa
quién eres.
Man, I can't translate it fast enough.
Vete a casa. Me gustan sus botas. Muy bonitas. Mi hermana tiene las mismas. Pinche campesino de mierda. Te voy a colgar al lado de tu cerdo. Váyanse al infierno, traidores.
The entrance is down this way.
Alright, so don't kill the two guards.
I can't do this by myself.
But kill everybody else.
¡Te voy a matar!
That's better!
Your Honor!
Like, did we really need to put
doing back there?
the butcher and... like, did he really need to be in harm's way here?
Don't give him any room. Follow me. Get it open. Keep watch while I get it ready.
Excuse me, mister.
Guard Ricketts while he destroys the lock on the prison door. Okay.
You're gonna be muerto!
Bastards, Marston.
Hey, those were the two guards. Dude, it's so ridiculous.
Stand back, damn it! Here goes. Come on, boy. Poor girl's barely alive. Let's get the hell out of here before any more of them show up.
Oh, well, it seems more of them showed up. Oh!
Toma, pelado! Damn it!
Hey, Ricketts.
Can I have this?
Coming, buddy? Guess I'll just loot the cops while we wait. But do you think the families will all understand that their loved one needed to die in John's crusade to kill Bill Williamson? Think that'll be all right with them? Yo, Ricketts, my guy. You need a little nudge?
My lord.
Jeez. Glad that worked.
Looks like Carlos left us some horses. Come on.
Aha, los caballos. Los caballos muy rápidos.
Let's go before any more of them show up.
Good idea. Oh boy, here they are. Well, you got a keen sense of timing, my guy. Let's go before any more show up. All of them show up. Shot a bird inadvertently. Come on, man. That bird shot was ridiculous. Alright, I guess I'm leading. Good, more.
You fight like chicas!
No, John, if they fought like chicas, you'd be dead.
I thought he was meeting us here. Where is he?
I don't know, maybe he bailed. The dude's a butcher. Not a outlaw.
Luisa, gracias a Dios.
Thank you for saving me. You're a good man. Friends of the people of this land.
Was someone named Harvey Escuela one of the men holding you?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. But I remember that name from prison. Bad people spoke of him.
I told you, John, he's still in Mexico.
Okay, then. I guess we'll keep looking.
Yeah.
I am a man of the people.
Sorry, partner.
Come on.
Now, the real question here is... where the hell is Irish's shack? Got liar's dice and poker over here. I know. Hey, we got the top hat guy. Oh, I should have bought the vacant property there. House is way over there. Oh, lordy. I guess let's go over here. Oh, wait a minute.
Load up now.
Didn't I? There we go. Nice. Friends, thank you for hanging out with me. Part 9. I hope you enjoyed it. There's a lot that happened. Wonderful having you aboard. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Follow the links. Come hang out with us live sometime. We'd love to see you. Check out my other playthroughs. Very grateful for your presence. If you financially support these videos in any kind of way, thanks for doing that as well. You are binging. I will see you right here in the next episode. If you're waiting for the next one to come out, I will get it out to you as soon as I can. Appreciate you immensely. You matter. I'll see you in the next one.